How are you living? Very well, thank you.
Sandy's at Brisbane
Yeah.
Sandy's at Brisbane Airport.
Sandy, on her way back from PNG.
Sunset over time at Brisbane Airport. Third flight today, third flight delayed.
She wouldn't be. Shabbat Shalom and Hanukkah Sameach. I think we might make a start. There's a few people we're still waiting on, but if we don't start now, it's going to be a very long night. Before we begin the Shabbat service, we need to light the Hanukkah candles. So if you have a Hanukkah out here, can I ask you to please come out and light the candles, and we will do the brachot together. But if we don't start getting them lit, we'll be here all night.
A good idea to get some of us behind the beamer to light.
You're going to supervise from behind?
You think I need to turn that aircon off? I turned that one off because it was blowing down. Is that one from there blowing over here? Can you feel it, or? I can feel it.
Barry asked me to.
Yeah, they're going to go out very quickly with that fan.
Yeah, might be best just turn it off, Saskia.
very low, like the quiet mode. So like low fan.
Is that on low fan?
Yeah, it was on high.
Because it is blowing a bit. This should offer some protection. A little bit, but they're not too bad. Nah, just doing the service. We've got a long time to finish the Shabbat service, so.
kind of screw it in.
Sunday night. Yeah, we'll come up for that. Hi, how are you, Tanya?
Thank you.
Hey, how are you?
You made it, excellent. Come and find a big spot over here for that one.
It's called the fire department.
Did you want to come up behind and put it there? Might be quicker and easier. We're almost ready for the brachot. Just as an observation from here, I can see that there don't seem to be too many people, if anybody, that has a siddur. So if you would like to follow the service and participate, so it's not just me doing it all tonight, please grab a siddur. Is there anybody that's got a Hanukkah around here that hasn't lit it yet? There are some with candles in that haven't been lit. I don't know whether they're just spare ones or... Yep. Saskia will light them. And you'll find the brachot for the Hanukkah candle lighting on page 572. Page 572 is where we're starting. We're lucky we'll get it done before the first lot of candles burn out. page 572. Page 572. As it is the second night of Hanukkah, and of course we all lit our Hanukkahs last night, being the first night. So on the first night we would have said 3 brachot. On the second night we only recite the first 2 brachot, which you'll find on page 572, and we will do that together now. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Chanukah. And the second one, Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim la'avoteinu bayamim hahem b'zman hazeh. We kindle these lights because of the wondrous deliverance you performed for our ancestors. During these 8 days of Hanukkah, these lights are sacred. We are not to use them, but only to behold them, so that their glow may rouse us to give thanks for your wondrous acts of deliverance. Happy Hanukkah. Gail, seeing as you're nice and close, could I ask you to come forward and light the Shabbat candles, please? Are we... where's the matches? A tea? Excellent. Page 118 for the lighting of the Shabbat candles.
Do it.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you very much. We turn to page 126. Page 126. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. We now turn to page 138. Page 138 for Lachadodi. And you'll notice in Lachadodi some of the verses are in the larger print. They are the ones that we will be reciting this evening. So that's verse 1 and 2, and then over to verse 5 and 9. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamo v'zacho b'dibur echad, Hishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, b'shem u'tiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, Ki hi mekor habracha, Merosh mikedem nesucha, Sof maaseh machshava techila. Lecha dodi, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 5. Hitoreri, hitoreri, kiva orech kumi ori, uri, uri, shir daberi, kavod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha dodi, lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Please rise for verse 9. Bo'I v'shalom ateret bala, Gam b'simcha uv'sachala, Toch emunei am segula, Bo'I chala, Bo'I chala. Lecha dodi, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Please be seated. We turn to page 140 for Mizmor Shir. Mizmor Shir leyom haShabbat, Tov lehodot la'Adonai, Uzamer l'shimcha elyon, Uzamer l'shimcha elyon, Lahagid baboker chastecha, Ve'emunatecha baleilot, Alei aso v'alei navel, Alei higayon bechino. Mizmor Shir leyom haShabbat, Tov lehodot la'Adonai, Uzamer l'shimcha elyon, Uzamer l'shimcha elyon. Ki simchtani Adonai b'foalecha, b'maaseh yadecha aranein, ma gadlu maasecha Adonai meyod amakum machshevotecha. Mizmor Shir leyom haShabbat, Tov lehodot la'Adonai, Uzamer l'shimcha elyon, Uzamer l'shimcha elyon. We'll now turn to page 263. Page 263 for the Kaddish Shalem, and can I ask you all to please rise? Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, b'gala b'gala u'vizman kariv, v'emeru Amen. Yehei V'shmei Rabba Mevorach, Le'olam Alal Me'al Maya, Yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'a v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithada v'yitale v'yithalal shemed kudesha brichu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Turn the page. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim v'chochma poteach she'arim ובתבונה משנה עיתים, ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים, במשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו, בורא יום ולילה, גולל אור מפני חושך, וחושך מפני אור, ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב ערבים. On page 266. אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו, בסחבנו וקבומנו, נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגע יומם ולילה, ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. On page 267, the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shemot Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Those who wish to sit may do so. Page 268. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך וכשאתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, הייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. And on page 270, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. Who is like you, O God, among the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? And together, your children witnessed your sovereignty, the sea splitting before Moses and Miriam. This is our God, they cried. The Eternal One will reign forever and ever. Thus it is said, God redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Blessed are you, Eternal One, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. And on page 272. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Veini uvein b'nei Yisrael od hi le'olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat la'asot et hashabat v'dorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i shavat vayinafash v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat la'asot et hashabat ledorotam berit olam. And on page 273, we have the tefillah, which is our standing prayer. So can I ask you all to please rise? Adonai sefatai tiftach u'lefi yagid tehilatecha. 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 Turn the page. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora Chasadim tovim v'konei hakol v'zocher chastei avot v'imahot u'mevi gula livnei v'nehem l'man shemo be'ahava melech ozeh u'moshi u'magen Baruch atah Adonai magen Avraham v'Yisrael Tzara Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, mechayei meitim atah rav lehoshia, mashiv haruach u'morid hageshem, mazriach hashemesh u'morid hatal, mechalkel chayim b'chesed, mechayei meitim b'rachamim rabim, somek noflim v'rofei cholim, u'matir asurim, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר
Idom Elach, Melech Memit U'Mechaye U'Matzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Ata L'Hachayot Metim, Baruch Ata Adonai Mechaye HaMetim. Turn the page. Ata Kadosh v'Shimcha Kadosh u'Kadoshim b'chol yom yahalalucha Selah. Baruch Ata Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Eternal One, the Holy God. Baruch Ata Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. And we turn to page, you can be seated. Turn to top of page 279. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky in this book for this particular song, because we sing from the top of page 279 and then it moves over to page 280. So just get ready for the switch. Retzei, Retzei, Retzei Adonai Eloheinu B'yamecha Yisrael U'tefilatam B'yahava tekabel U'tehi l'ratzon tamid U'tehi l'ratzon tamid Avodat Yisrael Amecha El Karov L'chol Korav Penei El Avadecha V'chaneinu Shefoch Ruchacha Aleinu V'techezena Eineinu V'techezena Eineinu V'shuvecha l'Tzion B'rachamim Baruch Ata Adonai Hamachazir Shechinato l'Tzion Hamachazir Shechinato l'Tzion. Amen. We now turn to page 556 for a special reading for Hanukkah. Al hanisim va'al hapurkan va'al hagvurot va'al hatshuot va'al hamilchamot she'asita la'avotenu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. We thank you for the miracles, for the redemption, for the mighty deeds and saving acts brought about by you, and for the wars which you waged for our ancestors in the days of old at this season. In the days of the Hasmoneans, Mattathias ben Yochanan, the high priest, and his children, when the evil government of Greece rose up against your people Israel to make them forget your Torah and to make them leave the laws of your will, in your great mercy you rose up with them in their time of trouble and fought in their fight, judged their cause just. You delivered the mighty into the hands of the weak, the many into the hands of the few, the unclean into the hands of the pure, the evil into the hands of the righteous, and the arrogant into the hands of those who engage in your Torah. You made for yourself a great and holy name in your world, and for your people Israel, you brought about the great triumph and redemption on that very day. And then your children came to the Holy of Holies, and emptied your temple and purified your holy place, and kindled the lights in your holy courts, and established these 8 days of Hanukkah, grateful to acknowledge and to praise your great name. We now turn back to page 283. Page 283, and we will recite together the English paragraphs in the middle of the page. My God, keep my tongue from evil and my lips from speaking guile. To those who revile me, let my soul be silent. My soul shall be to all as dust. Open my heart to your Torah. Let my soul hasten to do your commandments. Let the words of my mouth and my heart's meditation be acceptable in your presence, O God, my rock and my redeemer. And on page 285. Yehiyu l'ratzonim refi v'hegyon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri v'goali osei shalom mimromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. 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 Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. May the one who makes peace in the high heavens make peace for us, all Israel, and all who inhabit the earth. Amen. We now turn to page 586. Page 586 for the Aleinu. And we will do the Aleinu number 2 at the bottom of the page. Can I ask you all to please rise? Aleinu l'shabach l'adon hakol la'tekid l'aliot se bereshit shelo asanu k'goyei haratzot v'lo hasamanu k'mishpachot hadama shelo samchalkenu kahem v'gohor aleinu k'chol hamonam ve'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Turn the page. Shehu natei shamayim v'yoser haaretz u'moshad yikaro b'shamayim mimal u'shchinatu zo b'gavhei meromim hu Eloheinu Emet Malkeinu Efesulato Kakatuv Betorato V'yadata hayom V'hashivota El Vavecha Ki Adonai Hu HaElohim B'shamayim Yimal V'yal haaretz Mitachat ein od. Page 591. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yihyeh Adonai Before we move on to the mourners Kaddish, there's a reading here which I think is very appropriate for this evening on page 671. It's called Light One Candle. Light one candle for the Maccabee children. Give thanks that their light didn't die. Light one candle for the pain they endured when their right to exist was denied. Light one candle for the terrible sacrifice justice and freedom demand. Light one candle for the wisdom to know when the peacemaker's time is at hand. Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears. Light one candle for the strength that we need to never become our own foe. Light one candle for those who are suffering the pain we learned so long ago. Light one candle for all we believe in. Let anger not tear us apart. And light one candle to bind us together with peace as the song in our heart. What is the memory that's valued so highly that we keep alive in that flame? What's the commitment to those who have died when we cry out, they've not died in vain? We have come this far always believing that justice will somehow prevail. This is the burden and this is the promise, and this is why we will not fail. On page 597, our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbours have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. Is there anyone here tonight who's commemorating a Yortzeit this week? And for those who may not, there's anyone here who'll remember, but I just had an email this morning that past president of the UPJ, Penny Jakubowicz, passed away. I don't believe the funeral's happened yet, but Penny's passed away. And of course we hold in our hearts all of the IDF soldiers who have passed during this last war, and all of the innocent lives that have been lost on both sides of the war. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for blessing. And we turn to page 598 to recite the mourners Kaddish together. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei rabbah mevorach, le'olam almei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ah v'yitramam v'yitnasei, v'yithadav v'yithalei v'yithalal shemei d'kudashah b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. And to all who are mourning, we wish long life. Please be seated. And I promise we're almost done. Of course, for Hanukkah, we're going to end the service with Ma'atzur, and you will find that on page 669. Page 669. And my voice is starting to go, so you're going to have to join in loud. Ma'asur Yeshua Tefilati L'cha Noel Shabeach Tikon Beit Tefilati V'sham Toda Nezabeach Li'etachin Matbeach Mitzaham Nabeach Azegmor B'shir Mizmor Hanukkah Hamizbeach Azegmor B'shir Mizmor Hanukkah Hamizbeach. Well done. Couple of announcements. We have a Shabbat morning service tomorrow morning starting at 10 o'clock. At the moment, we may or may not just have a minyan. So if you are available tomorrow to attend, please do so. It would be wonderful to guarantee that we have a minyan. The service is being led by Gordon Senator and Brenda Franks, who come up from the Gold Coast. So it's really, really important that we try and make sure that we at least have a minyan for them to do a full service. At the moment, we've got maybe 9 or 10, but it would be great if we could guarantee a minyan. So if when you leave here tonight, you find in the morning you're not too tired, please come back for 10 o'clock tomorrow. Sunday night is Hanukkah in the city. So I'm sure you've all seen the posters for that. It's been advertised in our newsletter as well. So hopefully a lot of people will come along to Hanukkah in the city and support that. It's always a great event. So I hope to see lots of people there. There is also, if you're not aware, the Jewish Communal Centre at Burbank has started doing community Sundays. I think they start at 10 o'clock in the morning through to 4 in the afternoon. It's not happening this week because of Hanukkah in the city. But the other Sundays it will be on. I think it started last week, and that's happening throughout the holiday period. So I'm not sure when that's actually stopping, but it's on at the moment. So please support that. I'm sure if they get enough people coming along on a regular basis, they'll keep it going as long as they can. Other than that, I think that's about it. We're going to have Kiddush. We'll do Kiddush in here, and then I'm not sure what the plan is for dinner. I think we'll probably go a small group at a time out the front, down the side to the kitchen door, grab your food, and then come back in through this door. So no one going from here through the kitchen. That'll be coming from the kitchen into here. All right? But before we do that, we turn to page 122. Page 122, we've got the wine and the grape juice coming around. We can distribute that as quickly as possible, please. I got mine, yeah. While the wines and the grape juices are going around, let's do some blessings on the children. We'll start with the boys. If you have a boy child within your reach, please put your hand over his head, and we recite on page 121. Yesimcha Elohim ke'Ephraim v'chi Menashe. May God inspire you to live like Ephraim and Menashe. Can anybody tell me who Ephraim and Menashe are? Children of Joseph, the sons of Joseph. If you have a girl child within your reach, put your hand over her head or their heads. Yesimech Elohim Kasara, Karifka, Karachel, Uchalea. May God inspire you to live like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah.
for everybody who is present. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'eh Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May God's light shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you. May you feel God's presence within you always, and may you find peace. And does everybody now have a wine or grape juice? Everyone who wanted it, that is. All right, we're on page 122 for the Kiddush. Yom HaShishi v'chol hashamayim v'ha'aretz v'chol tzva'am v'yachol Elohim b'yom hashvi'i malachto asher asa v'yishbot b'yom hashvi'i mikol malachto asher asa v'yavarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i v'kadesh oto ki vo shavat mikol malachto asher bara Elohim la'asot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kadsho b'hava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maasei bereshit ki hu yom techila l'mikrei kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'charta v'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kadshecha b'hava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. L'chaim.
Oh, I needed that.
Did you just skull it?
I did. And I haven't eaten anything all day. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom, everyone. That's the end of the service. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Let's try to not have a mad rush of people, but if we can have a constant...